Hey gang, it's Oracle684 back here once again, and none other than we're going to talk about the Child's Play series or franchise. Definitely not one of my personal favorites, but little secret here, when I was a child, when I saw the first one that was in 1988, I was scared of it. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I was scared of it. It's because of course, you got a killer doll that's possessed by a killer. The soul is inside. The soul of Charles Lee Ray is inside the good guy doll. Now, back in the day when I was a youngster, 5 years old, seeing this, I was sleeping in my bed at night, and I had a whole bunch of stuffed animals there. And I was often wondering, are they going to come alive, or are they going to come and kill me? But I've overcome my childhood fear of Chucky in the Child's Play franchise. That's what you want to call it, Chucky or Child's Play franchise. It's either or. There was only 3 of them that were called Child's Play in the first place. But I've overcame my fear, and actually, I find Chucky, who was voiced by Brad Dourif, to be quite funny, actually. And some of the facial expressions that the puppeteers did for the doll when Chucky's trying to kill people, it is hilarious. And I'm actually starting to laugh right here on camera just thinking about it, because the expression, because he would go like that, and just the way the good guy doll's face is. And he's got quite a few different one-liners. Brad Dourif seems to be a pretty funny guy, actually. I've never met him at a convention, but there's one line, I think it's in Child's Play 3, which I have not seen the whole film in its entirety. It's actually on Peacock, and I've started watching some of it. I got to get back into watching it before this holiday season is over. There's one line he does say, and I don't really swear and stuff on camera, but it's along the lines, I think it was in Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, or somewhere in there. Don't fuck with the Chuck. Just some of those one-liners that, Brad Dourif says as the voice of Chucky is, pretty funny. I mean, here I am, I'm in my mid, 30s, and I look back at it now, and I think, man, this is what I was afraid of. This little doll that was possessed by Charles Lee Ray's soul. Unbelievable, but I overcame my childhood fear of that, and the childhood fear of the Child's Play Chucky series. But I do have to say, I have checked out the Chucky TV series, or USA Sci-Fi series. Saw the first 2 episodes. I thought it was really cool. Of course, you got Alexa Doing in there. If anybody knows Alexa Doing, she was in Jason X. She was also one of the main stars from the Andromeda TV series. I just think it's really cool that we do get another Chucky adaptation. Like I said, going back to my personal opinion, the first 3 Child's Play films were the best. Some people might say, hey, well, why don't you show Bride of Chucky or that piece of crap Seed of Chucky some love or some recognition. Well, I've never seen Seed of Chucky, but I've only seen clips of it on YouTube, and I gotta say, Seed of Chucky looks pretty bad. Bride of Chucky I've seen quite a few times, and it just doesn't stomach me really that well. With from you go from Child's Play to Bride of Chucky, and it's more like a comedy. It's a comedy horror. Of course, Ronnie Yu directed it. This is before he directed Freddy vs. Jason. Now, the thing that kind of gets me with Bride of Chucky is when Chucky gets stitched back together, his face and stuff. If you remember in Child's Play 3, near the end, when that Grim Reaper, whenever inside that, I think it was like a theme park or whatever it is, that Grim Reaper sickle thing comes down on Chucky's face, slices part of his face off, and part of his face is flying this way. and all like the flesh and everything, the eyeball's still intact, the flesh and everything is still there. You get the bride of Chucky when, you know, Tiffany is stitching him up, played by Jennifer Tilly, by the way. When she's stitching Chucky back up, he's not missing it. He's not missing his skin on this side. It's like, I think, you know, and he fell on that fan. He fell on that giant fan in the end of Child's Play 3. So, but it's the movies, I guess. It's, you know, their adaptation. I'm thinking, how the heck can he come back alive when half of his face is gone and he's got all flesh and blood showing? Of course, he's got his eyes messed up on this side and Bride, and, you know, whole 9 yards. Yeah, it's. I look at it. You can go ahead and go back. You can go ahead and make Curse of Chucky. You can make Cult of Chucky, which I've seen. I have not seen Curse of Chucky yet. Of course, you know, the possibility of no video stores being around anymore. I would have to try to run it on a streaming service to see Cult, or check it out on Peacock. But yeah, I mean, my personal opinion, because, you know, the cool thing is when they film Child's Play, I actually live an hour from where they filmed it at. It was in Chicago, and I live like an hour away from Chicago. But the cool thing about the first film, now get a load of this. Do you remember the scene where Andy is kind of like institutionalized for just like a day or so, a couple days, so that way the doctor can resolve what's going on about the killer doll and everything else? Well, there's a mental hospital that is where they filmed it at, and I happen to live right down the road from where they filmed that scene at. It's not called a mental hospital. Well, technically it is, but it's a developmental hospital for people that are, you know, not, I don't want to say, you know, crazy or anything else, but, you know, technically they're not really all the way there. But they shot those scenes for Child's Play there for that location, and it's cool that I actually live right down the road from there. But that's a little piece of movie history. I thought it was really cool. Something big that was filmed down here in the town I'm living in at back in '88. But, you know, further ado, the Child's Play, you know, the whole Child's Play Chucky series, it's got its fan base. I mean, I'm not really big into it. Of course, everybody knows that my big thing is Friday the 13th. I just love it. That was my very first horror movie that I've seen, and I hold that very close to me, because a lot of it has to do because I like, you know, going out for nature walks and camping. Of course, I did a nature walk last night. It was a night hike through a park district, and they had the guides with us and stuff. Yeah, Child's Play, Chucky stuff. There's only like a handful of them I like. I mean, I'll have to say I like the original 3 Child's Play films. I thought those were pretty solid. And then the TV series, which is on Sci-Fi and USA, I think that's really good. At least the first 2 episodes. But yeah, other than that, guys, that is it for the video here. I'll be seeing you guys in the next video I'll pop in. And take care. Oracle 684 signing out. Bye-bye.